The state of the union is not good.
Our trade deficit is too large.
We must not go back to unwise spending.
This is America. We don't do anything until something reaches a crisis.
Prices are skyrocketing.
This country has started consuming more than it produces.
Let's say I don't have enough money to buy something. Should I buy it anyway?
This system discourages people from saving.
I will be in a lot of debt.
Would you like to go on a date with me? No. Would you like to learn about the debt? Yes.
God bless.
We suffer from a fiscal cancer.
Our current fiscal policy is unsustainable.
We can't pay our bills now.
We are headed over a cliff.
If I perform like that as a physician, my patient would die.
The vice president told me that we don't have to worry about deficits. I got fired for having a difference of opinion.
We're borrowing the money and passing that bill on to our grandchildren.
We'll be in such deep haunt to the rest of the world. We'll be dependent on other countries continuing to loan us vast amounts of money.
We're now borrowing 22 cents of every dollar that we're spending, and you ain't seen nothing yet.
We need to wake up.
We've killed what made us a great nation.
We must act today in order to preserve tomorrow.
In many crucial areas, the world is getting better. These improvements have been triggered by advances in science, technology, and medicine. They have brought us to a high point in human welfare. We're really just at the beginning of this technology-driven revolution and what people can do for one another. In the coming decades, we'll have astonishing new abilities, better software, better diagnosis for illnesses, better cures, better education, better opportunities, and more brilliant minds coming up with ideas that solve tough problems. This is how I see the world. And it should make one thing clear. I'm an optimist, but I'm an impatient optimist. The world is getting better, but it's not getting better fast enough, and it's not getting better for everyone. The great advances in the world have often aggravated the inequalities in the world. The least needy see the most improvement, and the most needy get the least. In particular, the billion people who live on less than $1 a day. There are roughly 1 billion people in the world who don't get enough food, who don't have clean drinking water, who don't have electricity, the things that we take for granted. Diseases like malaria that kill over 1 million people a year get far less attention than drugs to help with baldness. So the bottom billion misses the benefits of the global economy, and yet they'll suffer from the negative effects of economic growth they missed out on. Climate change will have the biggest impact on people who have done the least to cause it. Why do people benefit in inverse proportion to their need? Well, market incentives make that happen. In a system of capitalism, as people's wealth rises, the financial incentive to serve them rises. As their wealth falls, the financial incentive to serve them falls, until it becomes zero. We have to find a way to make the aspects of capitalism that serve wealthier people serve poor people as well. The genius of capitalism lies in its ability to make self-interest serve the wider interest. The potential of a big financial return for innovation unleashes a broad set of talented people in pursuit of many different discoveries. This system, driven by self-interest, is responsible for the incredible innovations that have improved so many lives. But to harness this power so it benefits everyone, we need to refine the system. As I see it, There are two great forces of human nature: self-interest and caring for others. Capitalism harnesses self-interest in a helpful and sustainable way, but only on behalf of those who can pay. Government aid and philanthropy channel our caring for those who can't pay. But to provide rapid improvement for the poor, we need a system that draws in innovators and businesses in a far better way than we do today. Such a system would have a twin mission: making profits and also improving lives of those who don't fully benefit from today's market forces. For sustainability, we need to use profit incentives wherever we can. At the same time, profits are not always possible when business tries to serve the very poor. In such cases, there needs to be another incentive, and that incentive is recognition. Recognition enhances a company's reputation and appeals to customers. Above all, it attracts good people to an organization. As such, recognition triggers a market-based reward for good behavior. In markets where profits are not possible, recognition is a proxy. Where profits are possible, recognition can be an added incentive. This week's Economist had a special section on corporate social responsibility, and it put the problem very nicely. It said it's the interaction between a company's principles and its commercial competence that shape the kind of business it will be. The challenge here is to design a system where markets' incentives, including profits and recognition, drive those principles to do more for the poor. I like to call this idea creative capitalism, an approach where governments, businesses, and nonprofits work together to stretch the reach of market forces so that more people can make a profit or gain recognition doing work that eases the world's inequities. Some people might object to this kind of market-based social change, arguing that if we combine sentiment with self-interest, we will not expand the reach of the market, but reduce it. Yet Adam Smith, the very father of capitalism and the author of Wealth of Nations, who believed strongly in the value of self-interest for society, opened his first book with the following line: How selfish soever man may be supposed, there are evidently some principles in his nature which interest him in the fortune of others and render their happiness necessary to him, though he derives nothing from it except the pleasure of seeing it. Creative capitalism takes this interest in the fortune of others and ties it to our interest in our own fortunes in ways that help advance both. This hybrid engine of self-interest and concern for others can serve a much wider circle of people than can be reached by self-interest alone.